Welcome to the SVG TV news for Monday, October 10th. I am Khalil Kato with the details. Today, St. Vincent and the Grenadines joined the Republic of China on Taiwan in celebrating the ROC's 111th National Day. Taiwan National Day commemorates the beginning of the Wuchang Uprising in China on October 10th, 1911. The revolution brought an end to the Qing dynasty, which the Manchus had created in 1644. At a sporting event held on Saturday to mark the 111th year celebration of Taiwan's National Day, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves congratulated the government and people of Taiwan on achieving the milestone. The Prime Minister said that Taiwan has come a long way and now has the 21st largest economy out of 200 territories in the world.
A nation of 23 million people with an economy which is the 21st largest out of 193, 200 countries or territories in the world. And the size of its foreign exchange holdings, reserves, the last time I noted, it was somewhere around 14th in the world. Normally, when people think of Taiwan in some parts of the world, particularly in our part of the Caribbean, where the behemoth of the People's Republic of China, with its 1.4 billion people and its aggregate economy, which is the second in the world, some say the first, depending on what metrics you use. But while Taiwan is a developed country, there are large sections of the People's Republic of China which remain undeveloped.
The Prime Minister said that the Prime Minister said that the 41 years of relationship between SVG and Taiwan are principled and a matter of state loyalty, and he reassured the people of Taiwan that SVG will continue to stand with them. PM Gonsalves further thanked Taiwan for its immense contribution to the growth and development of SVG.
Our position is very simple, that you can have your differences, but let us have peace across the Taiwan Straits. And let the people of Taiwan not be bullied. Let the people of Taiwan not be intimidated. You know, in life and living and in international relations, there are some problems which are not immediately amenable to a satisfactory resolution between both sides. But if there cannot be a satisfactory resolution with which both sides are comfortable with, our position is that you can have a mutually agreed level of dissatisfaction between both sides, so long as that mutually agreed level of dissatisfaction takes place within a context of peace and security with everyone.
Also congratulating the people and government of Taiwan on the 111th anniversary of their National Day today was Governor General Her Excellency Dame Susan Duggan, who spoke of the significance of the 41 years of diplomatic relationships between SVG and Taiwan. Her Excellency said the relationship between both countries has been strengthened by appreciation of the rule of law, peace and democracy, and further commended Taiwan for its continued assistance to SVG, especially with the COVID-19 pandemic.
The people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines commend the Republic of China, Taiwan, for the measures used to combat the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has taken us to frontiers unimaginable as the virus penetrated every facet of human endeavor. Vincentians were also truly sorry to learn of the destructive earthquake on the 18th of September 2022 and hope that a state of normalcy will be restored soon. Notwithstanding the challenges of the past, I also have every confidence that through vigilant and careful guidance, any threats to your nation's security will be thwarted and the Republic of China Taiwan will continue to prosper and maintain its place as one of the world's most progressive nations.
The ROC's ambassador to SVG, His Excellency Peter Shali Lan, expressed appreciation for the relationship between the government and peoples of SVG and Taiwan.
Most noticeable among them was the unwavering support of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Like the powerful speech just made in the United Nations General Assembly and the state visit in August to Taiwan, both led by Prime Minister Gonzalez. And for that, we thank you. As we celebrate our National Day today, the long-lasting partnership between our two countries must not be left out. Currently, our governments are working on cooperation projects on agriculture, public health, ICT, and economic empowerment. Taiwan has also been contributing to education, rehabilitation efforts of La Soufri, and the infrastructures like the Kingstown Port Modernization Project. We believe that through successful implementation, these projects will continue to benefit the people here for the years to come.
The women's arm of the opposition New Democratic Party, the NDP, held its convention on Sunday under the theme, Consolidating the Party for Ultimate Victory. Outgoing president of the women's arm, Maureen Bracken, says the theme for the convention is very fitting and timely.
As women, we must recognize that we are the backbone of not only St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but of the New Democratic Party. We are expected to stand fearlessly and at the front line of the battlefield to advance the cause of women, especially those who are less fortunate. We must continue to empower ourselves and gain the necessary knowledge and skills to sit at the table with our men. Our men must also work collaboratively with us in order to break the barriers of bias that exist within our society.
Party leader Dr. Godwin Friday, who addressed the convention virtually, says the work of the women's arm is of critical importance to the party and to the country.
Over the years, the women's arm has contributed immeasurably to the effectiveness and appeal of the NDP. It has conducted national programs for children and youth, raised funds for various causes, and has always been a strong advocate for women, both in the party and nationally. In the various constituencies, the local branches where they exist have been doing likewise. We must continue to strengthen both the national body and the branches so that they might do even more. Let us here resolve to do that. I am truly grateful for all that the women's arm has done and continues to do. I appreciate the effort and the sacrifice it demands of you, of all of us, and your commitment to carry on. Thank you for staying the course. You have shown the true spirit of caring and embracing that has helped our party to remain an essential part of the lives of the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We simply could not have become the relevant and vibrant party we are today without the work of the women of our party. We must therefore do all we can to ensure that the vital role of the Women's Arm not only continues but flourishes. We must ensure that the Women's Arm remains a formidable force for good and for positive change, now and forever.
Dr. Friday told those at the convention and other supporters and well-wishers that they must not rest on the past achievements of the party in the pursuit of noble ideals, but redouble their efforts and strengthen their resolve to be even better in the future.
And faster. We must believe that our best as a political party, that your best as the Women's Arm of the New Democratic Party is yet to come. And no matter the obstacles we meet, no matter the dark clouds that may from time to time obscure the horizon, we must continue to believe that in the depths of our hearts, the same is true for our beloved nation. Our best days are ahead of us. Never doubt that. Never doubt that it is true. Right now, however, our country is in dire need of healing and corrective change. Present conditions show us that the work we do is more important than ever. We see this in the rising cost of living, with no relief in sight, from a government that cares more for image than for substance. All talk and no aid for the ordinary people. We see it in the increasing number of killings and other serious crimes that have taken more than lives and possessions from us, that have robbed us of our peace of mind and sense of security, while the police and the government show daily that they have no plan to deal with the problem. Their failure to respond as needed has eroded public confidence in the criminal justice system, which further inhibits national development.
Lamenting on some of the challenges he says are facing the country, the NDP leader says it is important they try to match their resolve with action.
Know that we can do better, not only as a party but as a country. It is not only our future that is at stake, but the prospects of all those who will follow. So, let us make the necessary change and bring about a new reality. Let us make St. Vincent and the Grenadines the country we all know it can be, a strong and vibrant nation of proud, productive people, a nation with lawful and just government, guided by visionary and committed leadership.
Delivering the feature address at the NDP Women's Arm Convention was Grenadian politician Emmeline Pear, who says it is a known fact that women have made significant progress in many areas such as education, science and technology, and politics. However, the reality is there are still widespread gender inequalities as it relates to women, particularly in the area of politics, noting that it is not only about representation, but representation that will make a difference.
And that is why I don't subscribe necessarily to the view that there must be a 50% quota arrangement for men and women in government and politics. I don't subscribe. But I firmly believe that women are best placed to represent women throughout the world. Therefore, women's active and frontal participation in politics must be about meaningful engagement and must be about full participation that takes us beyond the back room.
NDP Senator Chevron Lewis, who also addressed the convention, says many women in SVG are proud to be associated with the NDP because of the party's good track record with women.
When the NDP say it is for women, it is for women. Our party, the NDP, believes in the empowerment and not the exploitation of our women. And we believe that so that our women can keep their honey and die with their dignity. There is a common thing that says, happy wives, happy homes. So today I say, empowered woman, empowered nation, empowered NDP.
Canadian charity Global Medic, in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture, donated a number of food items to the Ministry of Education on Friday. The food items will go towards the school's feeding program, which is being run by the Ministry of Education. Global Medic volunteer Kathy Rigby said their organization has been in the country for the last 8 months, organizing food donations, which went to families and communities throughout the country. Rigby said to date they have donated over 14,000 kits. She said they are very excited to assist with the school's feeding program. Minister of Education, the Honorable Curtis King, expressed gratitude on behalf of the government and people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
They have been playing a significant role in assisting the process in terms of providing nutritional meals in some very important areas. Now we are taking the program to the level of the school. Of course, our schools, the primary focus is that of providing an education to our young people. But today, we also have to look at providing an education to the whole person. And as Maslow clearly outlined, there are always needs, low order needs and high order needs. And if the low order needs are not met, there's always going to be a challenge for you to achieve your objectives when come to providing your education or whatever services you're providing. So we are very happy to receive this token, and let me thank again all those persons in Canada who would have contributed to this effort, and we assure you that we would ensure that these stuff get to the various schools and a few families in a particular area so that they could benefit from this wonderful effort being undertaken by Global Medic.
A representative from the Ministry of Agriculture, Cleophas Glynn, said they are pleased to be working with Global Medic to provide food for those in need.
We have been going at it because we see the need for persons to be able to have something to help to sustain their livelihood. And we are pleased, as Kate said, that we were able to distribute over 14,000 kits. We have been doing so through the communities. We have also gone through churches and for their needs, and also soup kitchen. And it is indeed our pleasure at the ministry to know that Global Medic is now going to transition into assisting the schools in their school feeding program. So we are happy as part of the Ministry of Agriculture to be here working along with Global Medic on this program. And we think it is a success because persons have really enjoyed it up to today.
Global Medic is a Canadian charity whose mandate is to save lives by providing short-term rapid response in the wake of disasters and crises. The charity organization that should be first responded to the needs of Vincentians in the wake of the most recent La Soufrière volcanic eruptions, which began on April 9, 2021. Veteran Vincentian Calypsonian Alston Beckett Cyrus was awarded an honorary doctorate from the University of the West Indies. Cyrus was conferred an honorary doctor for his work as a soca artist and composer at the graduation ceremony at the Five Islands campus in Antigua and Barbuda on Saturday. According to the university, Alston Beckett Cyrus is an outstanding Caribbean soca, raga soca, calypso artist and composer. During his 47-year career, he has released 28 albums, numerous award-winning singles, a movie soundtrack for The Deep, and 5 compositions that have appeared on 4 American television programs, including Full House and The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, and 8 Road March titles. Cyrus is the only Vincentian to be honored by the UWI in 2022. The university noted that this year's honorary graduates joined the list of fewer than 500 people who have been honored since 1985. A special welcome home ceremony was held at the VIP lounge of the Argyle International Airport today for Dr. Cyrus. Cultural Officer Maxine Brown commended the University of the West Indies for bestowing the honorary doctorate to the son of the soil.
Our soca man, our teaser man, our Calypsonian, Beckett as we call him, but now he's Dr. Alston Beckett Cyrus. And so I must thank the University of the West Indies for this honor. It could not have been more timely. Timely in the sense, for years, our Beckett would have been writing and singing and presenting and promoting St. Vincent and the Grenadines worldwide. Moreover, it's Independence Month, and so we're happy to celebrate you. After all, it's 34 years. Moreover, within the ministry, at the Department of Culture, it's our duty to motivate, and so, Dr. Cyrus, this honorable degree, this honorable doctorate, is timely in the sense that it will show the young people, the youth, that hard work brings success. Nothing's achieved in one day. You have to work hard at what you want, and you have to follow your passion. And so, this degree that has been stored upon you, this honorable degree, speaks volume, because this will help to motivate the youth to say, never give up. It may take long, but in the end, what is yours will be yours. And so I must commend the University of the West Indies. Put your hands together for UWI, for this awesome gesture, this wonderful initiative.
Representing the Carnival Development Corporation was Chief Executive Officer Ashford Wood, who also congratulated Beckett on his honorary doctorate, which he said is a great achievement, noting that the CDC has always been proud to work with Dr. Cyrus.
Calypso Monarch, 1975. Easily the man with the most road match champions, including the Trailblazer teaser, which automatically comes to mind. We are blessed today to have among us one of the best in the art form. Beckett brought a level of knowledge and professionalism that forced us at the CDC to lift our game. The word Ambrose and I used to describe him is simply meticulous. The brassmen had to be right. The brassmen had to be in the correct numbers. The bassman had to be changed. I will find a bassman. I don't like how that drummer is drumming. Find somebody else. So when Beckett was going to put on a show for you, you know when he stepped on the stage, it was going to be one of perfection. And don't tell him he got 15 or 20 minutes, you know. He would say, if it's 15 or 20 minutes, I prefer to stay home and sleep. That is the nature of him. Yes, he would say, do X amount of songs in your repertoire. That would be a much better way to have a conversation with him. We have always been very proud to work with Beckett, and he has been there for us when we needed someone to perform, when we needed someone to lift the game of the CDC, when we needed someone who would go out there and put that Monday banner on the road to ensure that our carnival was a success.
Former Minister of Culture and longtime friend Rene Batiste was also on hand to welcome home Dr. Cyrus and congratulate him on his latest accomplishment, which she attributes to hard work and dedication.
I listen to the radio every now and then, and I listen to the young artists, and there are many who are in a hurry, and they don't understand that this is a long vineyard. You do not become Stevie Wonder overnight. You have to write, you have to perform, and you have to be consistent in your performances and professional in your outlook. And right here in our midst in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, you have an icon, you have a legend that you can pattern your career. You know, in my legal profession, when you're called to the bar, they exhort you to look at your seniors, because they have passed through that valley that you are now entering. And I want to give that same advice to our young people.
Batiste said Beckett's songs will live on for generations to come as they are well crafted.
Now, I'm sure you could remember Ooh La La, Awan Soka. My niece, and she was little, used to stand on the center table and dance Awan Soka. Horn for them. Stay in my living room and hear political party blazing it. They who horn shall be horn. and you hear the brass in the background. How you come we could remember teaser? How come we could remember tone? How come we could remember Hezekiah gone? Oh Lord, I can't believe it. How come you could remember that? How come you could remember Coco, Bambi darling Coco? Carnival history. My trademark song, my brand, with his permission, is Vincy Mass. St. Vincent, I love you. We remember that in Independence Month, and we remember it in March. Love is the answer. Iraq and Iran, love is the answer. In Palestine, love is the answer. Israel, love is the answer. I bet anybody here, if I ask you to name a couple of artists and which songs they sang, and if you remember the first line.
A humble Dr. Cyrus thanked those who have supported him throughout his career.
Ladies first, we have to see Renee. Renee has been the best honorary ever had in St. Vincent. Well, before this is on a different scale, a different sort of something, but in 1981 was a big turnout at Victoria Park, well organized, and to see Renee here, to see Lennox Bowman here. Lennox, the first person gave me, designed something and gave it to me. When I had horn for them, he made a brooch. That's the starting of this whole thing, you know. That's it started there, and these little encouragement, you get you to stay in the game. Not the money, these little things, you know. This guy so deep into Calypso, and I cherish that. I have that as one of my mementos that I've collected. And to see Dennis and I have friends like Ashford say, but we're really blood relatives. We are two sisters' grandchildren. And when I started the battle in Trinidad and Tobago, he was my first manager. Dealt with people like Sparrow, you know. We had a professional approach. Even Trinidad never had it. They never had a person, well, except for Sparrow, he had Sil Taylor. But Dennis was there with me in the trenches. Clem Dopwell. He was my double second man. To see Clem here was a love, and Clem is one of my best friends along with Glaston.
Dr. Cyrus also thanked his family, including his 3 children and his deceased mother, noting that he would not have made it without her. Dr. Cyrus serenaded those in attendance at his welcome home ceremony with one of his beloved songs, I Love You, St. Vincent. Minister of Agriculture Saboto Caesar received an award of excellence from the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture, ICA, at the institution's 80th anniversary celebration held at the ICA headquarters in San Jose, Costa Rica on Friday. Minister Caesar, one of the longest-serving ministers of agriculture in the entire hemisphere, has been recognized for his invaluable contribution to agricultural development and rural well-being in the Americas. He also noted in his acceptance speech that the work of past leaders in ICA provides very strong shoulders upon which they can all stand to build a positive future as they advance towards 100 years of existence. Minister Caesar, who is a former Banana Scholarship recipient and national scholar, gave the assurance that his future will be dedicated to the transformation of the rural economy within the OECS and CARICOM through strategic development initiatives. Caesar, a lawyer by profession with a specialization in banking and finance law from the University of London, underscored the importance of food security as one of the cornerstones of human existence. The recent post-volcanic eruptions recovery efforts by St. Vincent and the Grenadines, which occurred in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, while the country is still addressing the fallout economically from the removal of trade preferences, were among the expressions of the minister's and government's dedication to rural transformation.